Because what we need is an open and decentralized and an interoperable metaverse. We don't want a closed walled garden of a metaverse where you can't take your assets from one virtual world to a different augmented experience, because that would limit the power and the potential of the metaverse for society. And to achieve this open metaverse, I think there are 6 characteristics that are important to be aware of. And I want to briefly go through all of them so you have a good understanding of how the metaverse, how we can create this open metaverse. First of all, and very important, interoperability. This means that we need full transferability of data and digital assets. And that's currently not the case. On the current internet, on Web 2, so to say, it's impossible to take your Facebook or your TikTok feed with your followers and your images and your interactions away from that platform, move it to another platform, and just continue where you left off on Facebook. Until this day, it's not possible to send a text message from WhatsApp to, let's say, Signal or Telegram. But this interoperability is crucial, so that if you win or earn or grab or whatsoever in the different games a certain asset, you want to be able to take this asset from one environment to the other environment. Very important. The second characteristic is decentralization. We need to use blockchain technologies to return the control of those data and those assets to the user. Again, that's currently not possible. Our data resides with the various companies that you interact with. But if we want to have the most value of the metaverse, we need to be able to take that data and have full control of that data. And we can do that using blockchain technologies. The metaverse also needs to be persistent. It's an always on, always there, unless the owner removes it. So what we don't want is, just like in today's world, that any company can just delete your profile or your identity whenever they think that is required. And it should more reflect the physical world where you can't just knock down a building, and the same you want in the virtual world. If you spend a lot of money on building a mall or a well-designed building in, let's say, Decentraland or the Sandbox, you don't want it to be disappearing all of a sudden. Of course, there are also some challenges related to this, and I will get back to that towards the end. The next characteristic is spatiality. What we want in the metaverse is that we have spatial anchors on all the billions and billions of assets that will be part of the metaverse, so that they become searchable and findable. Now, there is currently no Google for the metaverse. It's currently impossible to find a particular asset in a particular virtual world. So we need to be able to make this metaverse a spatial web where it's possible to find whatever you are looking for. As a fifth characteristic, it's community driven. Very, very important. Communities are key within the metaverse, and brands need to acknowledge this when they are interacting with existing communities. And as we will see, these communities have a different approach to a lot of things. A different approach to socializing, but also a different approach to working and to purchasing stuff online. And the final characteristic is self-sovereignty. Self-sovereignty of your identity, making identity, but also reputation, personal, private, persistent, portable, and protected. Which basically means it's personal, so it's yours. It's private, nobody can peek into it if you don't want that. It's persistent, nobody can just delete it. It's portable, you can take it from one end to another. And it's protected, so it's secure, so your data cannot be hacked.